Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. For today, we're going to be doing this cute little just greeting card using some stuff, again, that I haven't used yet. Oh, and you know what? I totally forgot to grab the actual stamps that we're using. Haha, just going to throw that there. So I'm using some stuff I haven't used before. Including some designer series paper and the mixed drink stamp set. And this is just a really cute card you could give to a friend just to say, hey, how's it going? Anything like that. So I think this is a super cute one. So let's go ahead and jump in. And it's actually really, really easy as well. Like I said, we're going to be using the mixed drink stamp set, which I actually really like, and there's tons of different things you can do with this. I'm going to try and see if I have some time to make a couple other cards and do some videos later on next week or the week after or sometime like that. Like I said, my goal is to do one video with all of the stamp sets that I haven't done a video on yet before I start getting stuff from the new occasions catalog, which is going to be super exciting. But back to this card. Okay, so we're going to be using the mixed drinks stamp set, and we are going to be using quite a few different ink pads, but you don't have to use this many. The reason that we're using a few different ones is because I'm doing the little accents for the our different drinks here. So if you didn't want to do that, you could keep it very simple and just do the drinks. You could do one of the accents. It's really up to you how you want to do it, but that's why I have so many ink pads, but you don't have to do it this way. So to start off, we're going to be using basic black because we're going to be doing a lot of our stuff in basic black. For our drinks, we're going to be using rose red, crushed curry, and tempting turquoise for our drinks. And then for the little accents, I added in garden green, wild wasabi, real red, and daffodil delight. So like I said, these four you don't have to use. I'm going to be using them just because I think it adds a little something to the card, but you don't have to. Then for our paper, we're going to be using a piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 3.5 by 2 3/4. A piece of the Fiesta something or other. What is it called? I can't remember what exactly it's called, but it'll be on the blog, on my in my blog post, which is the first link in the description. It's from the annual catalog. So this is some designer series paper, and this piece is cut at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then for our card base, we're going to be using wild wasabi, and this piece is cut at 11 by 4 1/4. So I just took a regular sheet of cardstock and cut it long ways instead of the short way to get our piece for our card base. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so this is actually a really easy card. There's not a ton of stuff that goes along with it, but we are going to be doing quite a bit of stamping. So to start off, I'm going to take my sentiment, and I'm going to be using the one that says, every hour with you is a happy one. I just think it's a cute little saying. And I'm going to take this and ink it up in my basic black ink, and then I have my little piece of Whisper White here, and I'm just going to stamp this in the bottom right-hand corner. Just like that. While I still have my basic black ink out, I'm going to take my little wine glass stamp, if that's what you want to call it. It looks most like a wine glass to me than anything else. And I'm going to stamp 3 of these glasses. Now I want them to be centered on the piece, so I'm going to start off by stamping the one in the middle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, mine are probably not going to be anywhere near perfectly centered, so there is that. And I'm just going to do one on that side and one on that side. Close enough. Pretty good. Not too bad. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our 3 ink pads that we're using for our drink colors. So again, we're using rose red, tempting turquoise, and crushed curry. And I'm going to take the little fill stamp. I don't even know what to call it. There's basically, in this stamp set, you have the outlines of glasses, and then you have these full stamps that just stamp the inside of whatever your stamp, whatever the image that you're stamping. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now. Sorry, guys. Oh man. Anyways, I'm going to start with my rose red, and I'm just going to take my little stamp and I'm going to put it into my little glass, just like that. And because I'm going to be using the same stamp a couple of times, I'm going to grab my Stampin' Mist here and just clean this stamp off so that I can then go into my next color. Now, it probably would have made more sense for me to start with the yellow and then the blue and then the rose red, but I didn't think about that, so I'm just going with it. Next, I'm going to be using crushed curry for the middle one. And right about there. And if you don't stamp them perfect, I personally don't notice it. What you could do is, if you have the Stampin' Right markers, you could take them in and fill in the little bits that you may not have stamped perfectly. But I don't mind that much, so I'm just going to leave it. And then with our tempting turquoise, just do the last one. Okay. So, like I said, this is really easy, and you could leave it here and go ahead and assemble the card at this point if you wanted to. I just think that it was missing. I felt like it was missing a little something, so I wanted to go ahead and add some of the accessories that come in the stamp set. So I'm going to start off with this little umbrella, and I'm actually going to take my crushed curry again. Let me grab that. And I'm going to take it and just ink it up, and I'm going to put it in the red drink, just like that. And I'm actually going to reuse this block because I just have it out, so I'm going to clean it really fast. Next, I'm going to do the little lime. Excuse me. So for the little lime, there are actually two pieces, and this piece actually fits in the umbrella, and we'll do that one in a second. But you have more of like the outer detail bits and then a full piece. So we're going to do the detailed piece. And for this one, we're going to use a garden green. Get it nice and inked up, and we're going to put that just right here on the side of the glass. It looks kind of crazy right now, but I promise it'll look better once we fill it in. But we'll do that in a second. Because I now want to take, there's a little outline of a cherry, and we're going to use that next, and use our basic black ink. And this one is going to go into our blue drink right there. Whoops. And while we're working on the cherry, there's also a little tiny stamp to fill in the cherry. So I'm going to grab my real red ink. I have my little guy here, and I'm just going to stamp that, or ink that up and stamp it right there. Fill in our little cherry guy. And then for the last one, we're going to use, like I said, this little fill-in bit. I don't know what to call it. The non-detailed bit. I don't know. But this one actually will fit in our lime and in our umbrella. So we'll start with the lime just because it's the next one down the row. I'm going to use Wild Wasabi and just ink this up. And I'm just going to come in here and fill it in just like that. And then I'm going to get that ink off of there because I'm now going to grab the last ink pad that we have, which is Daffodil Delight, and fill in our little, whoops, oh man. Okay guys, I'm going to flip this piece of paper over and I'm going to get us back to this stage where we're at right now, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I remade the piece. This is my third attempt because I messed up on the second one as well. So third time's the charm. We'll get there. It's fine. Everybody makes mistakes, right? Okay, so now all we have to do is basically put this card together. We're pretty much done from here. So I'm going to just take our stamped piece, put some adhesive on the back of it, and I'm just going to put it down on the right hand side of our piece of Designer Series paper, just like that. Now if you wanted to, you could mount this on a solid piece of cardstock first to make it pop a little bit, or you could ink the edges. I thought about both of those, but I kind of like that it kind of blends in. It makes it look like a little fiesta party. I really like that look. So now I'm just going to take a bunch of dimensionals because I really want this to stay, I don't want the card to start sagging or anything. So I am going to use quite a few dimensionals to put this on. And just a couple more. Okay. I guess, well, I have a second to talk to you guys. I wanted to remind everybody, if you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or you're not subscribed to my newsletter, I have a card class happening right now. It is featuring the Sweet Home stamp set. It's super cute. 3 projects that we're making, 2 of each of the projects, and super, super, super cute. So if you're interested, make sure you head over to, the link is on my Facebook page, but it's also in the postings are on my Etsy store, and all of the information's on my website. So you can check out all the links down below, and you will be able to get there no problem if you're interested. Today is Friday the 11th, and the class will be closing on Monday. What is Monday's date? Monday is I should know this, but I don't. Monday is the 14th, so it'll be closing on the 14th. So you only have a few days left to get in if you want to. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there as a little PSA. So back to this card, I'm just taking my piece of wild wasabi and folding it in half, and then I'm going to take our little piece here. Actually, I'm going to take this and I'm going to just stick it down just like that. And that's our card for today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this one. It's super easy as long as you don't mess it up like I did. It's super easy and it's really fun. And you could take this and you could turn it into 100 different options. It's really fun and it's really easy and very versatile. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye!